Hi, welcome back. Here are the contents to the kind of double-decker modern coffee table. You have two pieces that are identical. This is the top and the bottom piece. These are the sides, and the outside does not have marks. The inside is to help you, that's marked to help you to place these. This is a separator that will go this way in between the drawer and the little cubby hole. This is the supports for the legs, and you have 4 legs. You also have a little gold bead for the drawer. So this is the front of the drawer. If you don't wish to put the gold bead on, then just turn the drawer to the other side and it will be blank, or you can use a different kind of bead or something like that. Now the drawer has a bottom that's fairly square. Then you want to check, and the 2 sides are going to be the same height, or well, yeah, the same height as this, but then you have the front and the back, and those are going to be wider than this. So this is the bottom of the drawer. These are the 2 sides. That's the back and the front, and of course some sandpaper. My suggestion, as usual, is to go ahead and sand a little bit if you intend to use a clear coat or a stain where any of the imperfections from cutting this might show. So there's not one right way to probably put this together. I'm just going to start with the I'm going to move this out of the way and start with the drawer and pull this up here a little bit. So this is the bottom of the drawer, like I was saying. If you just go ahead and put some glue on the sides of the drawer. And by the way, if you're not sure which direction that it goes, the drawer is as high as or almost as high as this is. So, you know, this is the bottom or the top, doesn't matter. The drawer, you want it to go this direction. So basically, look at the wood grain, because I'm going to have the wood grain going in the same direction as the top and the bottom for the bottom of this. I just do that. There's not any other particular reason other than it does help to identify the pieces. So we want to go ahead and we just put some glue on both sides here, and then we can go ahead and pick which side you might want out or in, and we're going to go ahead and glue these on. We want them to be nice and even and straight up and down. A little tip: when you have something like this, if you take another piece of wood and go like this up against the bottom, it makes it stand up straight, and it's a little easier then to go back and you want to remove some extra glue and so forth. As soon as those dry a little bit, then what you can do is go ahead and put glue along the front and the back edges. So glue this on if you want the little bead to show. So glue this on with the circle on the outside. It just gives you a little divot, a little place to put that. And you'll go ahead and glue on the back, and then I'll be right back here. Okay, now that you have the front and the back on, you can go ahead and put the little gold bead on if you want, obviously, but I'm going to go ahead and wait on that. And what I'm going to do is, just because I'm afraid I'll knock it off of there while I'm trying to film this, I'll be honest with you, there's no other reason. Go ahead and grab the bottom or the top and choose a side. Go ahead and put glue along there. Then what we want to do is we take the side and we're going to line this up in this area. So let me hold this and show you. That line, that mark, is ever so slightly indented, and it will help you to line up the top and the bottom. Now, it's kind of hard for me to, let me see if I can show this well. It's very important that you get it in that mark so that you know that this is level. And the reason for that is because you don't want, when we go to put these on, to have it all, you know, wobbly. Then your little drawer might not fit in as well. So you'd be very careful. I'm gonna look at this from various angles, and I think I got that right in that mark. It looks like it. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put some glue on the other side here, and the same idea here. And it's just going to help keep these on there nice and straight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and press pause and let that dry just a little bit more. Okay, I think this is a little bit drier. So, well, still wobbly, but that's okay. We're going to take the drawer and kind of put it in the middle here to help us. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat what I just did. But if we use the drawer to just kind of help us here a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of extra glue off of here first, and then we'll do this. And we can just slide this in to these other two pieces. And with the drawer sitting there, it just helps prop that up while I hold this, because I'm going to want to hold this, and you know, it's still a little bit wobbly as of right now, but I'll adjust everything before it gets completely dry. Okay, so that's pretty good and dry. You may have found that you needed to reapply glue. I know that step can be a little tricky if you don't use that drawer to help support this top and this bottom. So this piece is the next one, and this is actually just a little divider that goes up against the drawer to kind of keep the drawer from shifting all over the place. Now, I wait until now to do that because you know, you could have a little shifting one way or another, and then if I tried to make a mark and put this in, you know, earlier, then it might not work so well. But what you may want to do for this is just be a little bit lighter on the glue, because it's needs to be slid in there after the fact. So we can do that and just maybe kind of lightly glue it, slightly lighter than what we just did, and just hold it, well, try not to throw it around like I did, but just kind of go in here from the side like this, and then just kick this up this way, and that's how you keep the glue from being all over the place. Okay, so take a second and make sure that you can actually move the drawer in and out, because sometimes there's little bits of glue that dry in there, and if you have something on the side, I feel a little something on the side, then just take your sandpaper, maybe that was it, and just kind of make sure that that's off of there so that you can insert this, because you may want to display it with the drawer open. And turn this upside down, and you have this support. So this support just gets centered on the bottom. So now that I have this where I want this, then you might notice that there's little notches here in the corner, and that's so that you can put glue. And if you didn't sand these legs, make sure that they're the same height. So I didn't actually do that first too. I needed to do that. See, there's a slight difference. So this one needed to be sanded just a little bit because it looks like it's a little longer than this one. And that's because these are all hand cut, and that can happen. So get that about right. So I'm going to place it right up against that little notch, and then that helps you to install all of the legs, and it helps you to get them to adhere to, hopefully, the side, you know, adhere to the notch. You want enough glue that it'll actually stick in the notch. See, I can use some more glue there because I want it to, because they are so small and so thin. See, what I'm doing is I want to not just put the glue on the top, but I also kind of want a little bit of glue on the side so that it glues into that notch. So I'm going to do all of those and be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and popped on the little pull. And so there you go. Got your legs on there, and you have your little coffee table ready to go. Thank you so much for your purchase. Bye-bye.